throw your drink in your daughter's face.
Forgive me, my heart.
Edgar's patience was running dry. He had already rejected 3 proposals that evening.
How disappointing. I must bid you good night.
But the king said that he couldn't wait to see you with a duchess by your side.
With all due respect, I'd rather marry my horse than any of you. A bit dark and a bit late for a lady without a chaperone, isn't it?
The mysterious woman was Alessandra, the Baron's eldest daughter. She had been told to wait outside for her dinner, as she was not allowed to be seen by the guests.
The party is inside.
She wanted to flee, but the Duke had other plans.
Of that I'm very aware, Alessandra. Don't act so surprised. We've all heard the stories of the cursed daughter of Baron Desmond Barrett.
You're not scared of me?
That's not a very frightening mask.
Alessandra was intrigued. No one had ever been this nice to her upon first meeting, especially no man.
I don't believe I know who you are.
Collins. Edgar.
The Duke? Are you here to marry my sister?
Something about this girl intrigued the Duke.
I'd rather die. No offense. The women inside are all like matching dolls. Too similar, too perfect.
A thought came to her. She couldn't resist its temptation.
And what say you of me, then? If I were to ask you to marry me, what would you say?
You'd be setting yourself up for a loveless marriage. I have no interest.
Is it untrue? Do you not long for a wife?
The king has played quite the joke.
The king loved to play his little games with Edgar.
Well, I've no need for love. I've hardly ever known it.
All women yearn to be loved. You cannot guarantee me that you will not grow wanting.
A contract, then, legally binding. If I fall in love, we divorce.
Did your father put you up to this?
This offer has nothing to do with helping my father. I leave that up to you to believe me. I'm not interested in marrying anyone for love. I only wish to leave this place and never look back.
Edgar was surprised by her honesty. There was opportunity here.
Oh, would you marry me to spite him?
I am dying within these walls, day by day, piece by piece. I am neglected and unloved by my own father. I do not care for your looks, Duke Edgar, nor your money. Frankly, I see you as an escape.
You know, it would be nothing for one to hire an actress or a prostitute to play that role.
If you wanted, you would have done so already. If the king has played this joke to toy with you, then surely marrying the cursed daughter of Baron Desmond Barrett would fill him with remorse. Cursed!
You're much quicker on your feet than I expected. The rumors about your timidity and reclusive nature are clearly false. Join me in my residence tomorrow on the edge of town. I'd like to discuss this further.
But father would never allow it.
I must be mistaken then. I thought you wanted to leave.
She wanted to, but couldn't think fast enough to stop him.
Duke Collins!
But it would have to wait. Alessandra's sister had arrived.
Father told me to find you. Are you out here all alone?
Kate Barrett, I presume. I was just about to.
Kate's blood boiled at the sight of Alessandra.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry that thing has bothered you. It wasn't meant to be out here.
She is your sister, and I'm sure she doesn't appreciate being referred to as...
The Duke was disappointed at seeing Alessandra was no longer around. Disappointed?
Oh, sweetie, siblings often have little pet names for each other, do they not? You were an only child, so I can forgive you for that.
I'm sure that excuse allows you to sleep quite soundly at night.
Kate would do anything to make the Duke see she'd make a good wife. Her family had a problem, and he was their best solution.
The stories do not do you justice, Duke Collins. I must admit, I was hoping to get you here alone. A man of your position and a woman of my beauty would make a powerful union. Don't you agree?
As hard as it may be to believe, not all men are so susceptible to the fluttering of your eyelashes. Besides, I received another, more promising offer. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The Duke didn't give Alessandra away. Maybe it really was the solution to her problems. Kate, on the other hand, was both surprised and embarrassed to hear someone had already caught the Duke's eye.
Alessandra, I'd like a word. Did the Duke say anything about another woman? Don't think you'll get away with disobeying father's orders.
Mario, are you in here? I never received my dinner.
A bit bland, is it not?
Mario, Alessandra's only friend and confidant. He never refuses a respite when offered.
Cover for me, lovely. I won't be long.
No one came to deliver my food. I was told to wait for it in the garden.
In the garden? Who told you that? We were never told to send it here.
Alessandra did not like thinking ill of people, but she also distinctly remembered her stepmother promising to inform the kitchen staff.
Maybe it just got lost in all the shuffle. Just a month ago, they were laying off half the staff. Now we have this party and there's not enough of us to handle the job. What were they thinking?
Haven't you heard? Duke Collins longs for a wife. And my father wants him to marry Kate.
So that's the reason. Well, I can only imagine she's driving him mad.
I've spoken with him.
The Duke? Alessandra? I've heard stories he's killed 14 men in one night.
There are also many stories about me as well. Do you believe them?
Of course not.
I can't tell you what we spoke about, but I will say I am hopeful for some very good news.
Is this your new escape plan? For all you know, he's the reason young girls are disappearing. What do you need?
The coachman. I am not close with them, but you are. Can you ask them to deliver me to the Duke's tomorrow? Only for a few hours.
If you truly believe the Duke is the answer to your troubles, I'd gladly carry you there on my back.
Come with me. You've always been so kind. And who will make all my favorite snacks?
I still owe your father till the end of my contract. How about I join you this time next year? After all, you're the only Barrett I can stand.
Mario! Mario! You said you wouldn't be long.
I have to go. Just promise me you will be careful around him.
I still have the knife you gave me. If he tries anything with me, bang.
Okay, firstly, that's a knife, not a gun. It doesn't go bang.
Well, knives don't really make sounds.
I'm being serious. He's a violent man. That much I witnessed personally tonight.
Mario, quit faffing about.
I'm still waiting on my food.
Right away. Promise me?
I promise.
Alessandra listened to the sounds of the party, and she imagined she was among them, drinking, laughing, gossiping, dancing among the music and the food and the friends. She wanted it. All of it. She had it in her mind. She was there. Then she opened her eyes.
Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about life.
It'll get better soon.
For every rain cloud, there's a rainbow, right?
When was the last time you saw a rainbow here in Lockwood? I was going to say, happiness is when the next shipment of rum comes in.
Thank you.
Someday, Alessandra thought. Besides Mario, the other staff had a tendency to avoid Alessandra. Still, she was always polite to them.
Yoo-hoo, barmaid, I'm in need of some refreshment.
All right, I'll see you back at the kitchen.
You should be more careful with vulgarity. Stepmother might see you.
Alessandra, please. Please don't hurt me.
What? Hurt you?
Alessandra knew there were many rumors spread about her. So many, she could hardly keep track of all of them.
If you see under my mask, you die. Is that what they told you? Don't believe everything you hear. Please. May I enter my room? Thank you. Kitty. It's just you and I tonight, I'm afraid.
Her stepmother would be furious if she knew Alessandra kept a pet. But Kitty was the only thing that Alessandra could truly call hers.
Breakfast, my lady. My lady, please. It'll get cold.
Alessandra knew there was only one reason the maids wouldn't just leave food at the door and run.
Kate is here. I will come back for you later.
Alessandra, get out here this instant.
Coming. What is it?
Good morning, sister.
Good morning.
Leave us. Did you enjoy yourself last night, Alessandra?
Very much so. The music reached my room.
Tell me, what was it you were discussing with Duke Collins last night?
He scolded me for being unable to recognize someone of his stature, and then you arrived.
Is that so? Was there anything else?
He spoke briefly of you.
What did he say?
He pondered aloud, weighed his options. He thought you were pretty, like a doll, I swear.
That makes sense. He's playing hard to get. And I suppose there really would be no reason for him to talk to you unless it was about me.
Of course.
Well, anyway, I'm appalled you had the audacity to speak with him. You risked dissuading him from marrying into our houses by showing your hideous face.
Why did you do that? Ah! Stop! Father, it was an accident.
As callous as Baron Barrett could be towards his daughter, he did not abide her direct mistreatment.
I shall see to her discipline then. Run along. What if I'd taken guests out to the garden?
I needed dinner. You want me to starve?
Fine, fine. There's absolutely no point scolding you. Whoever didn't bring your food is to blame. I'm sorry about what Kate did to you, but she's just looking out for the family. You must be bored in your room all alone all the time. Let me prepare for some entertainment for you.
Can I take the stagecoach to look for places of interest to paint today? I promise I will not leave the carriage.
The Baron understood it was better to allow a pet bird some freedom, so she would not test the limits of her cage.
Very well.
Meanwhile, Edgar, at his window, eagerly awaited the arrival of his new friend.
Young master.
Good morning, Alfred.
Your tea, sir.
Alfred was confused by his master's behavior. Edgar was usually only like this when his mother visited.
Expecting guests?
I met someone of interest. In truth, she was invited, but I'm unsure if she's desperate enough.
She, a woman, visiting here in broad daylight.
What are you implying? Do you think it'd be some sort of rake?
Indeed.
I've known you for far too long. Please refrain from speaking such a way when my guest arrives. I intend to make her the lady of the house.
What?
Edgar knew he could trust Alfred to keep a secret or two.
Are you surprised?
Well, I recall your exact words to the king were, "I'd sooner cut off my own manhood than lose it to a woman." But surely I've misinterpreted your intent.
Alfred, I sincerely believe I inherited my dramatic nature from you. I'm not interested in marriage, but the woman I met last night is intriguing. A perfect way to piss off the king and ward off some other people.
So, who should I be expecting?
Alessandra marveled at the size of the Duke's estate and the beautiful manor at the center of it all that seemed to tower over everything.
This place is humongous.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Welcome, Alessandra Baron. The Duke eagerly awaits you.
Alessandra worried that her mask might be a problem, but per the Duke's orders, Alfred had already instructed the staff not to react when they saw it.
Right this way, milady.
Wait, I didn't get your name.
Alfred. Most people never ask.
Most people are cruel. Well met, Alfred.
As Alessandra entered the Duke's home for the first time, the sheer extravagance of it all took her breath away.
To be honest, I began to think you wouldn't show up. Have you eaten?
This was the first time in years Alessandra had been invited to eat at a table with someone.
Thank you.
So, how did you escape? Did you play a trick on the Baron, or did he allow you to leave willingly?
I am not working with my father, I assure you. In fact, I took a great risk being here today. You must know that I am extremely serious about this. There's no going back for me.
Does your father hate you?
Alessandra hoped he didn't, at least. In truth, she did not know.
Hate is the wrong word. Ashamed.
And he should be. But not of you. Every child deserves to be cherished by their parents. It's unfortunate that you were born under his charge.
If I were the daughter of some farmer, they would have tossed me out with the other weeds.
And would a farmer's daughter have intentionally been disfigured, such as yourself? The life of a peasant is rarely as ruthless as high society.
I don't want to talk about that.
No. Someone must have been very jealous of you, Alessandra.
Alessandra couldn't bear to speak. Some truths are far too painful.
Let's say I believe you. Why would someone, for their whole life who's been hiding, seek to marry someone who's in the limelight? How does that serve you?
Alessandra was fed up that people mistook her kindness for weakness.
Truthfully, I did not plan on asking you to marry me. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I need an escape plan, and my only option is marriage. I never pictured that person to be quite as grand as you, but you fulfill all the criteria. There are only two things that I considered, Duke Collins. One, you are a notoriously private person, in spite of all the rumors that swirl about you. Secondly, you are quite capable of bringing my family to heel.
And how does that benefit me?
No one would dare bother a man with a cursed bride, especially one they say can kill with a glance.
She was far from that scared girl he met in the garden the night before.
I'd love to attend parties, to talk, to laugh, to dance. I'd rather die than live another day in the shadows.
Good.
Good. Sorry, what is good?
A contract needs rules and conditions. Correct?
He's writing a contract? Alessandra thought. Isn't this all too easy?
What are you waiting for? State your demand. What happened to your hand?
It's nothing.
If you were to be my wife, then it is certainly something more. Name the culprit and I shall have them punished.
It was an accident.
Well, let us be sure that there are no further accidents if you're to live there before we wed.
I will certainly try. Well, based on our previous conversation, we are not to fall in love, correct? That, Duke Collins, is a promise I intend to keep.
Well, let us hope you're always disagreeable.
To be quite frank, you are simply not my type.
And what type do you fancy?
What should be the second condition?
Well, obviously, speak of this contract to no one other than my butler and myself. In fact, we should communicate all matters openly and thoroughly. Even minor secrets breed contempt, which can be quite irritating.
Agreed. But my mask stays on. I'm still writing.
Jot this down. It's imperative that we sleep in the same room. Why are you so surprised? You act like I wouldn't longer sleep with my wife.
Alessandra knew it wasn't common for a duke to share a room with his wife under normal circumstances.
I suppose that makes sense. It is something couples do.
Sleeping, Alessandra. I'm speaking of sleeping. Though if you wish...
No, sleeping is just fine. Anything else?
I believe we have the basics covered. We should handle the rest later.
Don't you wish to add some protections? Some sort of punishment in case one of us violates the terms? There is also no timeline for our wedding plans.
My main concern is secrecy. And if you let slip we married under this circumstance, it will ruin your reputation far more than mine. One more thing. We are to be married, henceforth, forever, to have and to hold. Until death.
Forever?
Of course.
Do you intend me to bear children?
Oh, hide your worries. I have no need for a child to dirty these halls just yet.
And you wouldn't mind me mothering that child? Eventually?
I don't understand the question.
You don't understand?
You're getting on my nerves. You think if I was uncomfortable with the idea, I would entertain the prospect of marrying you.
Can we take a walk? It is not that I don't long for motherhood, or even raising a family. I'm simply worried what horrors a child of mine might face. Rumors swirl around me. The both of us. What if the child becomes yet another subject of discourse?
If you cut out a man's tongue, eventually people tire of hearing him gurgle. No one would dare speak ill of our child. My child. I would make sure of that.
There was obviously some truth to the rumor that Duke Collins was dangerous. She couldn't shake the feeling that his friendly demeanor with her was some sort of act. Still, she longed for the freedom he offered.
I'll do it.
Do what?
Sign the contract, Duke Collins. So long, so you can shield the child and I from abuse.
Would you like to live with me till we're wed? Or would you would stop whatever accidents resulted?
I appreciate your kindness. And I do believe you can protect me from rumors after our wedding, but...
Rumors are such messy things. Especially when they concern our personal lives. Though they often come in handy in my line of work.
Line of work?
The king enlisted me to investigate certain criminal acts on his behalf. My station gives me a few advantages that a normal constable does not have.
Alessandra recalled Mario telling her that Duke Collins had accosted her father over information on the missing women.
Is that why you were at the party last night? You were looking for information?
Your father enticed me with the prospect. Be nothing to share that I didn't already know.
I apologize on behalf of my father. He is quite enthusiastic about you marrying Kate. Likely saw an opportunity to encourage your meeting.
As soon as we're wed, your family shall be forbidden from entering my home. I hope you don't mind.
She did not.
Thank you so much for the lovely tour. You have a beautiful home. I'm quite jealous of your paintings.
My mother would complain if the walls were too bare. Will you paint it yourself?
I dabble.
She did more than dabble. It was her favorite pastime. Nothing compared to the feeling of distilling a bit of life onto canvas.
And how would one go about buying a few Barrett originals?
No. I am not a professional by any means.
I'd rather buy art from someone I know than try and find what others find agreeable.
You've no more room for any paintings of mine.
Alfred, take down the ones from the Bloody Dutchman, the Rembrandt.
Are you insane?
I have consulted a doctor about that. I have a clean bill of health. If you're to live here, then it's very important that you be able to leave your mark on it.
I will send you a few pieces. Thank you, Duke Collins.
Please, call me Edgar.
Thank you, Edgar.
Whatever you think is fair, let Alfred know the price.
Goodbye, Edgar. Goodbye, Alfred.
Should I prepare an engagement ring?
For tomorrow morning, please.
What happens tomorrow morning?
Edgar explained that he and Alessandra planned to announce their engagement in front of her family the following morning.
Oh, why are you so surprised, Alfred? I'm beginning to think these paintings as well. I asked you already.
He wanted Alfred to bring the family a few gifts to celebrate. Cigars, jewelry, and paint for Alessandra.
Lots of it. And then when you're done taking these down, please clean out my room. We have to prepare space for her things.
You're sharing a room?
But this house is vast and I don't enjoy hiking.
Right. All right.
Alessandra felt like she was in a dream. In just a short time, she would be free of her family's abuse.
I'm going to marry Duke Collins.
Where on earth have you been?
But some dreams have rude awakenings.
Your father must have gone mad if he allowed you to leave this house.
I did not leave the carriage.
What would the townsfolk say if they were to learn that you were riding around amongst them?
Mother...
Your mother left you. Neither you nor your father seem to realize the suffering that has caused me to put up with you.
I'm sorry.
I hope you enjoyed your day out. It will never happen again. Now, your presence drains me. I tire of seeing that revolting mask.
You speak as if you weren't a part of why I wear it.
It'll all be over soon, she thought. Edgar might have noticed her hand, but Alessandra wasn't going to get him involved in her family drama.
Kate, not one more step. Mother said we were not allowed to have pets in the house. Imagine my surprise when I discovered this little creature in your closet.
Kate, I will take care of it. Please. It does not deserve to be the innocent victim in our games.
Father was furious with me. He said I was the reason the Duke left early last night. And I really wasn't. Was I, Alessandra?
I am so sorry, Kate. I will make it up to you. No!
Alessandra grew more desperate by the second. This didn't bode well for the staff.
Why is she running around?
No! How could you come here? It's my fault. I should have hid you better and taken you with me. Hold on. Has anyone seen my father? Where is he? I need to talk with him.
What is all this incessant whining? Have you lost your damn mind?
Alessandra knew Katrina would refuse to help save the dying cat.
What is that wretched thing? I made it quite clear that I do not want pets in this house.
Still, she had to try for Kitty.
Please, it is in pain. It needs a doctor. Help me and I swear I will find a new owner.
Just throw it out.
Your daughter did this. For once in your life, hold her accountable for what she has done.
Not blame my daughter for your own sins. Do you want to spend another night starving out in the garden?
Kate did many horrible things, but in everyone's eyes, she remained an angel, while Alessandra was called a monster. The girl was tired, so very tired.
This house is just so frustrating.
That does not sound like an apology. You then, take that animal out.
Fine, Alessandra thought. If they see me as a monster, so be it.
Touch me or this kitten, and I will kill you. Mark my words.
Are you listening? I gave you an order. Pry that thing from her arms, or you're out of a job.
This, thought the maid.
Inform the butler that Alessandra is to remain locked in a room. Let her starve in there. When you're done, pack your things and get the hell out.
Katrina had granted Alessandra blessing without realizing it. She wanted to care for the kitten without anyone interrupting her.
Hold on till tomorrow, little one. He will come for the both of us.
Until the Duke arrived the next day, she wanted to be alone.
Kitty,
Are you feeling better? Kitty?
Kitty had no reply. Meanwhile, as Alessandra was starving, grieving, and alone, her family enjoyed their morning tea in peace.
If Alessandra gets to keep the cat, it's only fair that I have a puppy. Pretty please, Daddy.
Not a chance, Princess.
But I want it. She gets everything she wants. Alessandra got to speak with the Duke. Well, I hardly got so much as a word.
Kate, don't eat so quickly. You'll never find a good husband if you joke to death. Besides, you still have a chance to woo the Duke at the ball later this week. And for that, you'll need to fit in the corset.
Mother!
She's right, you know. Putting out quite a bit of money on the line for your future. We don't have much left, and we need the Duke to save us.
Sir, Duke Edgar Collins is here to visit. He's brought his butler.
The Duke! Mother!
I didn't know he was visiting. Desmond, did you know?
No. Well, what are you doing standing there? Bring in the Duke right away.
Should I change quickly? Etiquette?
Duke Collins, to what do I owe the honor of this visit?
I have something to discuss with your entire family.
Yes, well then, please, have a seat. Would you care for anything to eat? We're just now having our morning tea.
I've already eaten. Baron, no doubt that you've heard the rumors that I'm looking for a wife.
No, I haven't heard such a preposterous rumor. Is it true, perchance?
I intend to marry your daughter.
What spectacular news!
Kate will make a spectacular bride!
You're mistaken. I intend to marry your other daughter, Alessandra.
Alessandra? My Alessandra? Duke Collins, the townspeople believe her to be cursed. That would surely impact your reputation.
Not so petty as to be concerned with such trivialities. There are plenty of rumors about me.
But
I hope you're not implying that your reputation might be soiled by my visiting here.
No. But kindly, Duke Collins, you and my daughter, two different people.
You're special.
And Alessandra is not.
Edgar was starting to wonder why Alessandra was not eating with her family.
That's not what we meant. But out of my two daughters, Kate is the smarter choice. She has many prospective offers, quite a few young men of high status seeking her hand.
And Kate will be just fine with my rejection. I'm here for Alessandra. Where is she? Why are you hiding her from me?
Duke Collins, it is uncouth of you to keep asking for Alessandra. She does not possess an adult's mind.
What did you say?
Desmond feared Edgar would strangle her for saying that.
Fine. I shall take you to her straight away. I assure you, Alessandra will give you the same answer. She doesn't like to be seen by others. Yes, right. This way, please.
Alfred, wait here.
Lovely home. And we've given her the best view in the whole house. Alessandra, we have a guest.
What happened?
Well, you see,
I waited for you.
Alessandra, apologize this instant.
What have I done to deserve this? I promise I will rectify it. Please, tell me.
My kitten passed away this morning, and I am confined to my room for punishment. I can't leave to bury it. Why are you here, Duke Collins?
Her words said, "Why are you here?" But her eyes said, "Where were you?"
I'm here now to ask for your hand. But your family seems to think that's a bad decision. Do you agree?
You said you would protect me.
You've spent your life as sheep among foxes. We can be wolves.
Alessandra, Duke Edgar's no ordinary man. You're not prepared for the demands of high society. Why don't you...
Enough, Father! I've made my decision.
Will Alessandra resist the allure of the Duke? Or will she lose herself in her pursuit of vengeance?
Stop! Your presence drains me, and I tire of seeing that revolting mask. Do not blame my daughter for your own sins. Do you want to spend another night starving out in the garden?
All right, Duke Collins. Let us be wolves.
What dark secret does Edgar have in store for Alessandra? And what secrets lie under her mask?
Alessandra, let's think this over.